stage. We didn't expect it to be used here in their first game back, but the Florin Faramis combo.
It was insider info we received earlier. Beloy seems to be very enthusiastic and very knowledgeable about the Florin usage. I believe Professor KB gave us a bit of insight into that. But now we're seeing it immediately brought out. So double healing, quote unquote, coming out from Geek as well. What is the response here, man?
Sustainability, definitely the choice here for Geek Fam, and they're trying to make it up for utilizing the Florin in the roam position with the lack of CC on the EXP with the Ruby being picked up. Rebellion now with the last pick, they go for Moskov. Have we seen the Moskov?
Not yet, not this season.
That's the first time, right?
First time, a debut pick in MPLID for Rebellion. But fun facts, D, signature pick when he was in MDL, Onyx Prodigy was the Moskov. This is one of his comfort picks, and to be fair, I mean, I've been seeing a whole lot of Moskovs in my ranked games. I don't know if it's just because I'm a low-ranked player or if it's an actual strategy. I don't know.
We'll have to see, man. The Moskov in this situation, against all these fighters, close range, I guess the passive, you know, the how your damage can go through to multiple people will be very beneficial. Bit of built-in crowd control, some global presence. If Rebellion wants to play this like their Loi strat, right? Being everywhere at the same time, they can do a Moskov ulti into hard guard combo and get some disgusting pickoffs here.
You always get this excited for a Rebellion match. You never know what to expect. A debut Moskov on the first day of week number 5. We are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into the land of Dawn for game number 1 between Geek, Fam, and Rebellion Esports. Let's get it.
When you expect nothing, they bring out the Hanzo. When you expect the Hanzo, they bring up the Loi. Now you ban out the Loi and Chip, they bring out the Moskov. You're right, it's almost like they always have something to pull out in these matches.
It's almost like your default state needs to be to expect the unexpected. Now in the mid lane, you'll see how this plays out here. An Angela against a Florin, both equally obnoxious in the laning phase. But look at that, D has the Inspire, by the way. So if he's left alone in the late game, that's a lot of damage output that he has over Chidera, who's on a fighter-type marksman. But look at Beloyski.
So just a little bit of poke here in the mid lane. But yeah, the Inspired, normal choice for the Moskov in the lane. I've never seen this matchup, right? The Moskov versus the Roger, so I'm very interested to see how it actually plays out here.
I think the sustain will come in handy. And speaking of sustain, Emblem by Gainsmax here shows us that Suelo has that Brave Smite on the Angela. It's not a focusing mark, so they are the ones going with the more sustainable approach. Geek Fam going with the focusing mark on the Florin. So they're the ones that are going to be a bit more urgently seeking for these aggressive plays. You can see 2 ruptures picked up by Aboy and Chidera. And Chidera's going for the 1v1 lane domination right here, but D matches him with that Master Assassin. So we'll see what kind of influence the team will bring to the gold lane.
That's a pretty good observation there. Suelo with the choice that he went for, but Beloyski already in the bottom top side.
The Biswalker not going to help him out. Hazel picks up first blood with the shield unity. A good gank over, and now Chidera's ahead.
Another question is, I think you guys mentioned it behind the scenes earlier on, if Beloyski picks up a Florin, he would rather opt to leave out the neutral objectives, the first turtle and the second turtle, and maybe look for a team fight in the third turtle. But with Suelo on something like the Angela, do you think they're still not going to contest these objectives, or do you think they want to go for it?
I think even maybe the first turtle they will be very content leaving out, especially with usually when you see a Faramis, usually you also lack some damage output. So with a double healing situation, double sustain, double utility strategy, I think they will wait until at least the second or third turtle before they try and make anything decisive happen.
Oh, interesting. You guys all went for Rebellion?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, you know, it's Mirko.
With Mirko, you never know, first of all.
Okay, not with you then. Arashi, you also think that Rebellion will win this one.
You know, I mean, Geek Fam, they already had their victory, right? I just want to see them fall. You know, it's definitely nothing personal.
Nothing personal, man. Okay, Arashi.
Is it because, you know what, let's not talk
Rebellion
about it?
beat them too, right?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation. Look at Hazel, though.
No, diving deep into enemy territory, into tier 2, actually. Pops into Poissons, does enough damage to Cars. He actually also has that healing reduction. So Rebellion need to be careful. Cars is still walking up over to Luke. He does get a good angle to go and proxy the wave here as Geek fam go for another possible engage up top. D just pops into the Abyss Walker, it gets out, and Vincent takes the gold buff away.
Okay, looking for the mirror play here, not finding the success just yet on both of the accounts, but Bloisky
The charge is
in.
the Lycan pounce. D finds the Spear of Misery, stuns him up. Vincent's here, and the Spear of Destruction connects as well. A boy rotating a bit late. Beloyski has fallen.
A big observation for Vincent is that people think that he's one of the top junglers when it comes down to following up on pickoffs, and you saw that exactly happen. It's either it's comms that are really, really good between this team, but Vincent was able to follow up, get that kill over Beloyski. Not the best case scenario. I mean, they would have wanted to get Chidera instead, but a kill's a kill, and that's an advantage that is given for Rebellion.
It really feels like he's not the first to the punch. He doesn't always make the first move, but he's always in the right place at the right time. So maybe it's almost calculated, planned by the team in the rotations. Now we're seeing, though, I think Geek might be a bit more aggressive here, trying to contest in second turtle.
That's what I'm offended. Now with the hard guard, Car is able to bait out a lot of resources, even in Nether Realm here. Looking for re-engages. Vincent dashes down to safety once again. Geek fam have more HP in this team fight. Vincent gonna be ran down right now as Hazel pops into Poisson's. Luke also dashing forward, but already teasing the back finds an isolated Florin. Picks Beloyski up as Cars pokes them down, and now it's traded back. Rebellion have out-sustained Geek fam.
The bump and weave has been impeccable by Rebellion. They couldn't go for a full, so they go for a pick-off instead, and now AudiTZ's looking for another kill. Is it too hasty?
Might be. He missed out on that reset of the Vengeance, but it is a sacrifice that Rebellion will take. A turtle for the life of the Roamer, and even a turret down below for Cars. Vincent wants to go for more. Dashes in, looks for the taunt, just a retreat, and he'll be able to bait out Abyss Walker from D. Lycan pounce, though, into the turret. D pops in that Inspire, and now he has to recall. Hazel wants to stop him, though. D cancels the recall, now jumps in with the Abyss Walker again. Beloyski gets a stun down, but doesn't juggle the turret aggro properly, and Rebellion will be able to defend from this dive.
Wow, usually you see Geek fam on the team that is so good at moving back and forth in a team fight and baiting out all these spells, but Rebellion are the ones who are able to do that against Geek fam instead right there, baiting out the Nether Realm first, and then afterwards coming back in and splitting apart the whole team so that the Florian also loses value, unable to really heal everyone left behind there. This is what we expect from Rebellion right now. So Geek, they gotta try and find a more decisive kind of formula right now. But if they do that, like we mentioned, there's still that hard guard combo that they can do with this Moskov.
Yeah, what do you think about this Moskov being picked up? Do you think it's a good pick against the Roger? We haven't seen it too often. I don't know if we have any benchmark of it, but just from your head, Arashi, how it works, is it a good pick?
Logically speaking, the Moskov kind of works because Roger wants to try and get at you, right, with the Lycan pounce as their additional source of damage. But now that you can actually push him back and can have your own dash to help out with that, we'll have to see. Chidera though. Whew.
Yeah, I have to agree with what Arashi said. I think because Chidera wants to get close, and technically he has an ability. Oh, Spear Destruction over to Beloyski to get that global presence down. Actually teleports towards Beloy, but Beloy pops into ult, gets the HP, and now we are back to just playing around the neutral objectives. Turtle number 3 spawning in the bottom lane. Audi is trying to help D clear out the wave.
Okay, this time around it looks like Geek want to contest this neutral objective. You're gonna try and zone out those two members here, Cars as well as Swalo. Vincent already in the vicinity. We'll see what goes down here.
Cars trying to zone him away. Hazel's looking for an opening, but Vincent is holding it down real well. I'm offended over to Cars. Pops into Vengeance with the help of the hard guard. Is basically invulnerable. You can't take him down. Now kiting away once again. Vincent looking for the angle right now. It's going to be Luke who steals it away. Arlet, the final slash, 3-man earlier, was canceled away. Only gets 1 now. Vincent in the midst of it all. Into the Nether Realm he goes. And he is able to dash out a solo kill up top. And it's a dive from Chidera. It's an all-out win for the Geeks in the 7th minute of the game.
Finally, a 1K gold lead here being brought in by Geek Fam as they were able to get the benefit of all the doubt in these particular team fights. What? Audi? He went in, he gets taken off the board, and that's Another advantage for Geek, a 2k gold, and they go for more.
Sway low down as well under the turret. Now it's just cars. Spear of Destruction. Now D joining the fight, going for some damage, but it's not enough to tear anyone down. Chadera, Lycan Pow still going for it. The Spear of Misery sends him away from the turret, and Rebellion are on the back foot.
That's the value of the Moskov, but he is behind. He has a lot of damage with the Inspire, and Vincent will be able to secure his orange still. But Geek, with that one play, they just equalize all across the board. We talked about how the mid-game power spike is so important for this composition, and they've made full use of it. Now Rebellions are the one kind of confused on how they want to approach this. If they go for a fight the way they did earlier, and just commit 5v5, going for like a steal, like a 50-50, I don't think it's going to play out well for them.
We have a little bit of a fun fact here by GoPay. Faramis has become the most picked hero for a boy throughout his career in MPLID with 30 picks and has a win rate of 53%. That's a big pick, but here we go.
Hazel trying to isolate Vincent, but Vincent will just use the retreat to get out to safety. Let's talk about the Moskov though. Oh, hold up. Okay. Looked a bit scary there for D.
Yes, what about the Moskov, Mirko?
What is he waiting for right now? Is he waiting for the power spike, the item power spike, 3 items? What do Rebellion have to do in this spot?
He's going for a bit of an on-hit build actually with the Corrosion Scythe and the Golden Staff. So he's not going for a crit build that you would expect sometimes coming in from a marksman with an Inspire, right? For a bit more of a new kind of deal. But, you know, he can shred the tanker frontliners with that build. So I think that's what he's waiting on, and having a bit more utility with the slow that he can apply on multiple people. I think that's how he wants to play this out.
All right, here we see both of these teams are circling once again on this neutral objective. Vincent is trying to give some vision for his team. It looks like Hazel is a level above. Vincent just caught up, so they are equal. But Geek, it looks like they want to punch the gas here.
Very risky play here. Oh, it's a 3-man into the final slash, but another realm is right there. D picks up a turret now, throws in the Spear of Destruction. I don't know if he wants to take this one as Vincent goes in for the taunt, but he's going to be shredded down by Chadera, who now targets down Cars. Oh, it's a big bong from Vincent! But the retreat still goes over to Hazel. They bought enough time though in the bottom lane. The base turret has been taken so low. Luke able to recall in time to prevent the base turret from getting taken down, and Hazel looks for the engage once again on this way low, but Vincent now goes for the 2-man taunt. D already rotated all the way. Now Beloyski gonna be Spear of Misery down to the turret, pinned, and now another bomb onto a boy who's still able to get the photo to survive, but D picks up a double. And even though the Lord goes to Geek, it's Rebellion who picks up the win.
Yeah, that's a 3-for-0 trade there. Really good decision making. Perhaps they noticed, they observed that they weren't able to go for it 5v5. It looks like D had a split-second moment of decision making that he needed to do, and he opted to stay in the bottom side instead of teleporting with a Spear of Destruction. And with that, actually, the entire team fight went into scrambles. Geek had to rotate back towards their own base to figure and cover that out, and eventually Rebellion were able to win it out with more people on the board.
Rebellion losing in the 5v5 team fights, they just went for the macro play. It wasn't the Angela sent for a split push, it was D. And even though initially it didn't really work out in their favor, the fact that they can understand that, okay, we have D in position to threaten a base turret, so we can use that to really confuse Geek Fam, make him choose between staying for a fight and wanting to go back and defend that base turret. So off that, they were able to get a good team fight, but we have to see if they can replicate the same kind of success.
The Spear of Destruction with a hard guard. Now he just goes in, spears them to death, and even Jadero with a flicker will still be coming. The final slash now over to the team. Hazel tries to help him, but it's a double kill for the Moskov. D going wild, the boy's gonna fall, and it's a triple for D.
This is huge. Again and again, and this is it. This is Rebellion at their comfort. A lot of people have wanted to see Rebellion go back to their roots, go back to their identity, and pick off as their identity, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, Hazel gets melted down, no Netherrealm to save them. Luke is trying to run away, now gets caught again and speared to death. It's another double, technically an unofficial savage for D on the Moskov as he picks up the turret in the mid lane, rotates over to the bottom lane, gets another base turret. The attack speed build, crazy damage, gets another Spear of Destruction towards the back and teleport to a boy. It's a good stampede, but no, has to flicker back out, has the photo again with a healing. D goes straight for the base, and they don't care! They ended in 13 minutes with the Moskov!
the debut of a Moskov, and this is the results that they get. The risks that they take have come to fruition for the first game. What a performance, what a draft by Rebellion, taking us all by surprise.